Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we got some breaking news, some good news in the Michigan GOP. We all agree that the Michigan GOP is an absolute joke, and mainly because of this woman, Kristina Karamo. And this is why, once again, her leadership very weak, very poor performance in her 2022 election, in the Secretary of State election. It pretty much tells us all that Caramel, this is all her leadership, as she is the current GOP chairwoman of GOP, in the GOP Michigan Party, Michigan Republican Party. And Michigan Republicans are actually coming to their senses. They're saying, hey, you know what? We have this. Michigan is a huge, crucial state. It's a state that most politicians need to win in order to win this election. So they're like, all right, what are we going to do? Instead of looking at Trump's excellent polling in the state, they say, you know what, we're not going to risk it. This lady has to go. I agree with her on major issues, unless she's a rhino, but I'm not from Michigan, so I don't know. But seeing that she's a Republican, I most likely will vote for her in the 2020. I would have voted for her if I was from Michigan, but yeah, for sure. But you know what? I think she's a weak leader because there's a reason why she got 41% and that her opponent, Jocelyn Benson, who is a radical Trump hater, got 55% of the popular vote. There's a huge reason. So, yeah, I think overall it's her because, not to mention, she decided to go and launch her own campaign in 2022 to run basically a silly goose chase for governor. And for Secretary of State, she clearly lost. And seeing that she can barely wrap up 41% of the vote, I'm wondering how many Michiganders really think of the Republican Party in Michigan as we speak. So taking a look at that, though, we're going to see Kristina Caramel. She is ousted. She is gone. She is out of the chairship. And now, we're trying to figure out who's going to replace her. Yeah, it seems like she's having a bit of a tantrum about leaving. She's pulling a Ronna McDaniel and saying, "No, I'm not going to leave. I was voting here for a reason." Well, clearly you voted out, and you were voted out by 90% of the vote. So you're done. You're clearly a horrible leader. Yeah, I agree with your political views, lady. Clearly, as conservatives, but conservatives are not all friends. Clearly, liberals are all friends. We have progressives chewing each other up on who supports Israel and who supports Palestine, which one's the better progressive. Now we got to figure out who's the better conservative. Kristina Caramel barely benefiting Michiganders in state elections. I mean, let's see, 2022 was an embarrassment. A trifecta was established by the Democratic Party in Michigan. This could be easily preventable. You would have thought that Kristina Caramel running a campaign herself would help get voters to her. Apparently, she has led voters to go away, like retreat from her or break away. Because, this isn't even possible. Scott Jensen from Minnesota. I mean, I shouldn't say Scott Jensen because that was the governor's election, but Kim Crockett from the governor's race. Kim Crockett from the governor's race did way better. She cranked up 45% of the popular vote. Ooh, 45%. And she's not even the GOP chairwoman. No one even knew who Kim Crockett was. No one even knew who Kim Crockett was. She was an outsider from Philadelphia, came over here, and she wasn't even in politics. She really is an expert in a huge examiner on state elections, though. She is, and using her knowledge, she ran for Secretary of State. This woman is the GOP chairwoman. I just wanted to compare that to her silly performance in a swing state to Minnesota, which is politically liberal and politically progressive environmentally and Republicans did better in that election than this. So yeah, and no, it's not because Jocelyn Benson's well liked. No, I can guarantee you a lot of people had to put up a fight with her, but really, what's worth it? Standing in line to vote for a weak leader, or don't vote at all? So yeah, I wonder that how voter turnout turned out in this election. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It doesn't say the voter turnout, but yeah, and the left is already calling her a far right Republican. Well, yeah, far right. Define far right for me. Jeez, I mean, you could say Ronna McDaniel's far right. I mean, who knows? Just wait. I'm wondering if Kristina Karamo will begin victimizing herself for being ousted. I bet she's doing that right now. But anyway, we're going to do this right now for the presidential race. The current poll situation in Michigan. They're saying Republicans can't win Michigan because of the 2022 elections. Yeah, well, I will tell you, Michigan can be won, as you see here. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Apparently, we got rid of the. Oh yeah, we got these current polls. 2024 race. We got no current 2024 polls. Oh yeah, we got a poll actually. First poll of the year, actually going for Donald Trump. Look at that, 47% to 44%. That is a good poll. I got to add that to my chart. But yes, this is a good poll for Donald Trump, expanding his lead. So that first poll of the year, Donald Trump win. And also another win because we got rid of Karamo. I mean, really. Seeing that she's being called a far-right Republican, and to be honest, the liberal media will call anyone who disagrees with them far-right. That's their logic. But you know what? They're not calling. They disagree with Mitt Romney half the time, and they're not calling him far right. So, yeah, you know what? I don't care if I'm being called far right. I'm going to speak the truth. And anyone that does that, they're truly based people. Like truly, it's would you rather be called insulted by being called far right? And it depends if you want to look at like that as a positive or a negative. Most people will say that's a negative. But the positive is saying, hey, you back that up with facts. And just say you pull the base card. But yeah, I got to get back to this current situation here. I would say Trump is soaring in Michigan now against Joe Biden. This is what I'm currently thinking the polling is going to look like. I would say possibly we could take lead, possibly could take this county. I think it's Clark County. Is it Clark? I don't know. Clark County, Michigan. But that county is there's no Clark County. Those counties, they could be taken. The one that holds Grand Rapids, excuse me. I think we could take that one. Honestly, this one. It's Kent County. I should have known. Yeah, I had this one kind of going for Biden. But we can have this go for Trump for now. We'll see. We will see. I think it could possibly go for Biden. It did go for Democrats the last couple of elections. Keep that in mind. Of course, Trump will prevail in southern Michigan. And then there's Lalanu County, 22,000 people. Not that much people, but apparently it's gotten insanely liberal for some reason. it's gone for Democrats. This one has it going for Democrats for like unusually big margin, but who knows if Kennedy could crank up some damaging votes there. Well, we're not going to pick up on Wisconsin, but we'll see if Kennedy kind of divides. But as of right now, I don't see Trump winning that county just yet. I think it's possible. We gotta have to examine the polls. So Kent County, if you will kind of be tossed up. That county, Lilanu County, will be more tossed up. Otherwise, we have all right. So this is what I'm thinking. We have 3 counties officially tossed up. Let's take a look at those counties. First off, this is the first one. Saginaw County. It's gone back and forth between Republicans and Democrats. It's a swing county. Yeah, but it's mainly voted Democrat. But yeah, Biden won that county by just a little bit. I have a feeling that this county will probably get one for Trump. It's pretty obvious there. Kent County, we realize, did go Republican in the U.S. Senate election in 2020 by just a little bit. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, it's possible that Republicans can win this county. I mean, it's a historically Republican county. It's just gotten really liberal in 2020. In 2022, this county went full blue. So it's pretty. And plus, then again, 2022 was a big year for Democrats indeed. So we'll come back to that. Lilanu County, once again, historically Republican. And you know what? Back to these polls, though. Yeah, it's probably going to be a close one. It's hard. I mean, like, really hard. You get, let's see, what if this could possibly be our prediction as of right now, what it's looking like. You're thinking like, oh, Trump swept Michigan. Honestly, it's not really that much of a sweep. But we can go back at the couple of elections to see how 2016 was like. 2016, Trump won Michigan by just a tiny bit, like a point. Yeah, like less than a point. He barely picked up these counties. So I do think, yeah, he would probably pick up a lot of votes in Grand Rapids, a lot of votes here. What about Muskegon? Yeah, Muskegon would go red. What about Marquette County? That northern county does have a big city up there. As of right now, this is what I think it's probably going to look like, if you will. I think we can't give Marquette County a little bit. Most likely, this county's voted against Trump. It hasn't voted against Republicans yet. It didn't vote Republican yet, I believe, in 6 years. So I think it's still going to go for Biden. But what do you guys think in regards to our prediction with Michigan? Anyway, I'm hoping the new GOP leadership will be better as Karamo. And as for Karamo, I hope she kind of lowers it down and kind of steps down. And she can join us on the audience and cheer on, I hope. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next political episode.